Sports with Josh Moser.
Everybody, great news tonight. Grand Junction High School standout athlete Tyler Winder has decided that he will sign to become a Mesa State Maverick. You will remember him most recently on the basketball court for the Tigers, posting a Southwestern League best of 38 points against Montrose this season. But Winder can play some pigskin too. He will sign to play defensive back for Joe Romano at Mesa State, but basketball isn't completely out of the picture. Winder says he won't make that decision just yet, but he's excited to play his college ball close to home.
Living here all my life, I know the community, I know everyone here, and I know I'll have some fans out there watching hopefully, and hopefully it'll all go good.
So congrats again to Tyler Winder making his choice on the same weekend as the football spring game, but a very busy weekend on the baseball diamond for the Mavericks. We're just 3 weeks away from the end of the regular season. The Mavs protecting their home field at Saplesia over the weekend, taking 3 of 4 from Colorado Christian. They improved to 20-8 in conference play. Ace Nolan Snell gets the win on Friday, improving to 5-2 on the season. The Mavs will travel to Metro State this week, winning 8 of their last 10. So with regional seeding in mind, let's check in now at the RMAC standings. Mavericks still hold the top spot in the Mountain Division with a 20-8 record, as I just mentioned. Meantime, the Roadrunners hold that 2 spot. So this week, very important moving forward. Meantime, the softball team also very busy this packed weekend on the diamond. They get the 4-game split against division-leading Metro State at Bergman Field. This week, they will travel to CSU Pueblo in a 4-game set starting Friday. And we'll check in now at the RMAC standings for softball. Mesa still clinging to a 1-game lead over Western New Mexico in that West Division, and they're winners of 7 of their last 9. And the Rockies came into tonight's game against San Francisco scorching hot, winning 11 of their last 13. But 2-time Cy Young winner Tim Lincecum wasn't going to let the Rockies roll over his world champion Giants. And Timmy would get great run support from his teammates in this one. In the first 2 on for Pat Burrell, and he takes this Clayton Mortensen fastball deep to left and out of here. That would put the Giants up 4-0 in the first inning. And the very next batter, Freddie Sanchez, also sending this one out. Giants go back-to-back. Now it's 5-0 San Francisco. Tim Lincecum would have a no-no going through 7, but Carlos Gonzalez would break it up with this single, but Giants go on to win easily 8-1. And the post-Carmelo Anthony playoff era has officially begun in Denver. The league admitting today that the officials made a mistake, which eventually cost the Nuggets Game 1 against the Oklahoma City Thunder last night. So in case you missed it, here's what happened. Pick it up in the 4th, Nuggets working the pick and roll and the extra pass to Nene, which gave the Nuggets the lead. But here comes the mistake. Westbrook is going to put a tough leaner. That doesn't go, but Kendrick Perkins is there for the putback. Let's take another look. Check this out. Perkins' hand goes through the net, and by rule, that's a goaltend. But the basket would stand. George Karl very upset with the call.
I just feel bad. I mean, it's obviously a major stop, and it's very obvious it was goaltending. But I mean, the ball doesn't even get outside the cylinder. I mean, it's not even outside the cylinder. So how can't you see that?
So that would leave the Nuggets down 1 under 30 to play, and it's Westbrook from the top of the key. He gets the roll, and the Nuggets drop Game 1, 103-107.
Durant and Westbrook can make 72 points against us. As hard as we're playing, I think we'll be able to make some adjustments here. Can hopefully continue to control their other players and make it a hell of a series.
So Game 2 all set for Wednesday tip-off at 6 p.m. Nuggets will look to even the series at 1 game apiece. And staying in the NBA, Dwight Howard, the recipient of the Defensive Player of the Year award today. He becomes the first player in NBA history to win the award in 3 consecutive seasons. His Magic currently battling the Hawks in round 1 of the Eastern Conference playoffs. And in classic Dwight Howard style, he thanks his fellow Magic players for their help in his latest achievement.
I want to thank my teammates for allowing their men, to get to the basket again, force me to block shots, to pick up fouls, sometimes technical fouls. So thanks, teammates. You're the best.
So there's Dwight Howard. Congratulations again to Tyler Winder joining his Junction teammate Cody Cottrell and the Buford brothers from Palisade to play for Joe Romano next year at Mesa State. That's your look at sports. We'll be right back.